Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video we are going to talk about cookie consent. We have already discussed a lot about consent management and different kind of consents in previous videos. So let us talk about cookie consent in this video. To begin with, I'll go through the basic definition of data privacy. It's my right to decide what personal information I want to share with whom and for what purpose. And for completing that purpose, does that person need to further share my information with a third party, right? So for example, you need to do some work assigned by me or some work with my personal information. So you need to come and ask me what information you need from me, right? And it is my right to choose whether I want to share that information with you or not. And that is what data privacy is. And if I think that I find my information being wrongly shared or inappropriately used, then data privacy gives me that legal framework as well to protect my own interest. The basic definition of consent management is same. It simply says you come ahead, ask my permission, my consent, so that you can obtain, document and manage. So first of all, you obtain, document and manage my permissions to collect, process and share my personal information for a particular purpose, and the purpose has to be defined very clearly. The outcome has to be defined very clearly, and like we saw under consent management in previous videos, I should have the right to remove the consent or withdraw the consent as and when I want to. Now in this video we are going to just talk about cookie consent. So what are cookies? Cookies are small harmless text files that get placed on your systems when you browse a website, right? These are created by websites and they capture your browsing information. It could be very minor preference information, or it could be a complete set of your personal information that these cookies capture depending on the kind of cookie that the website has placed on your PC, right? So it could be browsing preference, it could be your personal information, and it can be used by companies to target specific ads of their products for you. Cookie consents are classified into different types, like for how long are they going to stay in your PC, for what purpose are they there. So let's start talking about the duration based cookie as to for how long do they share. The first one of course is session cookie, which means that the cookie is created and stored only for a session. Once you shut down your browser or you reboot your PC, the cookies would get deleted. They would expire immediately. And the second type is a persistent cookie, which is like a cookie has been placed on your hard drive and it stays on your hard drive. It gets removed only when user manually deletes those cookie files or when you clear the browser history. Some organizations do put in an expiry date to their cookies as well, right? That after this period the cookie would automatically expire. The GDPR e-discovery e-privacy directive is that a cookie should not last for more than 12 months. So if you are putting in a persistent cookie in my system, it should last for not more than 12 months from the date of creating the cookie. That's about cookies by duration. Then we move on to cookies by origin. From where did they come? So it could be a first party cookie. You are on a website, the website puts a cookie on your system. That is called a first party cookie, right? And it could be a third party cookie. Third party cookie is not placed by the website which you are browsing. It is placed by third parties. And these third parties could be some advertisers which were on this website and they put in their cookie on your system. It could be analytic tools which want to analyze your browsing preference and compare it and create a larger database for worldwide. So these kind of cookies which are not placed by the first party, that is the website that you have visited, but placed by a third party through that website are known as third party cookies. And it happens a lot of time where you look for a particular product on your browser and then later on wherever you go, whichever website you go, you keep finding advertisements of those products. Even on social media platform, you will find an advertisement of that product or a related product. All that happens because of the cookies that the advertiser had put it on your browser. Okay. Then the next type of cookie is by the purpose of cookies, and these are slightly more important than the earlier ones, because there would be some very strict and necessary cookies that have to be in your system when you visit a website. For example, you go to a shopping site right? And you choose some products and put them in cart, but you don't immediately make payments, as you might like to later on come back again and choose more products, right? So next time when you come back to that website, you want that shopping cart information to be available to you, and the website will put them under cookies. So these are some kind of safe cookies put in by the first party, just tracking your preference and in a secure area, and it's a secure website, right? If you are into a shopping website, irrespective of the kind of product, you have a login, you have a password, so it's a secure website. So you select the item over there and get the cookies created for items that are in your cart. And these cookies explain their clear purpose. You know you are there, and the cookies are there to keep information of your preferred products that you have put in your cart, right? So these are safe cookies and must have kind of cookies. So there is no specific consent required for them. Second is preferences cookies, also known as functional cookies. They help remember your choices. For example, you came to a website, what language do you prefer? What basic settings do you prefer, right? What location are you in? Now tracking them also is within your browser, and they are functional and they are helpful in the sense that next time when you log on, then they will open up and give you that information easily. They also store login informations, and you put in a consent saying, yes, I want my login information to be available in my browser, so that next time when I come in, and my system should not even ask me for a login, it should auto login. Those cookies stay there with your login information, and you can log in without putting your login information until, of course, if you have changed your password on a different device. Fine. So these are preference or functional cookies. And then you have a statistics cookie. It is performance cookie. It keeps an information about your browsing and your usage. It aggregates that information and anonymizes that information, so that it is not readable by anyone else, but when you come to same or similar websites, then you are able to retrieve that information back to you. So the website's function is improved by storing some information of your last visit within the website, right? Statistics also, and it also includes third-party cookies. And then the most important one, which is cookie by purpose, and this is the most dangerous also, because it's a marketing cookie and it's a third-party cookie. It tracks your activity and it shares the information with that marketing agency or the advertiser who has put in this marketing cookie, right? So your information is no more retained with you, it is available with more people. Therefore, there is a risk that your information is going out of your system, and these are persistent cookies. That means even if they are following the GDPR e-privacy directive, they are going to be there for at least 12 months, or until, of course, if the advertiser thought that he is promoting or campaigning it for 3 months, so you might leave it for 3 months, whichever way it is configured, but can be there for 12 months, right? These are the marketing cookies, again third party cookies. So third party, persistent, specific purpose of marketing and taking information out from your browser to know your preferences and keep following you with their own advertisements. So these are the types of cookies we have. What are the risks with cookie? As I mentioned in the previous slide, the major risk is with the persistent and third-party cookie. A, they live in your system for a long time. B, they capture your information of your online activity, of your browsing preferences, of your product preferences, and they transmit this information to the advertiser at the back end, right? So the advertiser knows where you are, what are you preferring, what are you doing, and he keeps on throwing related ads on you, right? It is complicated to control this cookie because it comes as a third-party cookie. You are on a different website and it just tracks your preferences and gets into your system. So there are some directives that GDPR and e-privacy have created for cookie consent. Remember, cookie consent otherwise is a opt-out kind of a consent, right? You check mark or you don't check mark is your choice. But if you don't disable it, it is assumed that you are okay with the cookies. Fine. So you need to be careful on that. GDPR and e-privacy say that the consent is required for cookies except for necessary cookies, right? Necessary cookies, like we talked about the shopping cart, is more like a part of the product than a cookie or a consent required cookie. But if there are cookies, then specific information should be available about the cookies. What are they going to do? What is the purpose of putting them there? The information should be in simple and plain language. It should be documented and stored. Consent should be available with the marketing company who has put it in. And even if the consent is rejected by the user should be allowed to browse the website. He may not get the facilities or features that you wanted to give because through the cookie, but he is otherwise allowed to use the services, right? So and cookies also have to follow the withdrawal option. So at any point in time, if the user thinks he wants to withdraw his consent for allowing you to use cookies, he can easily, on click of a button or on removal of a check mark, can withdraw his consent, right? So these are the GDPR directives on the cookies. And this is what I had to talk about, the consent based on cookies, or the consent that has been captured by cookies. I hope you liked my video. If so, please press the like and the bell icon. Subscribe to my channel and share your feedback in the comments box. Thank you.